Kendrick surprised us all again. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's Wally Knox Hill. We're back with our breakdown series. So today, man, listen, I thought I was good for the weekend. I worked ahead. I was traveling. All of a sudden, my phone starts blowing up. I start getting notifications that Kendrick Lamar and SZA have surprise drop. So we got a music video to check out right here, right now. It's none other than Luther. But before we get any further, listen, I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Patreon. I'm 100% independent on the channel. If you like the videos, if you like the content I put out, a lot of these vids I cannot monetize. So if you want to support me, if you want to support the channel, we got more content on the Patreon. It's a great family, great community. I'll put all links down there so you can check it out. But anyways, know what we're here for. Kendrick, SZA, step to the plate. Let's see what you got. Oh, wow.
If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. Fire, 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 fire.
Oh. I'll tell you what, a lot has happened already. I'm not sure how I want to approach this, if I want to just break down bit by bit. But again, I can't let this play all the way for copyright reasons. So we'll pause it and we'll give a couple notes. But I want to do a really appropriate breakdown of this. But I need to see this develop more because this is a really dope piece of visual art already. And there's some symbolism going down right here especially. What up, SZA? With SZA. Going in room 6. Is there anything there?
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. This a vibe, do your dance, let them watch. She a fan, he a flop, they just wanna kumbaya, nah.
This world concrete, flowers grow. Heartache, she only do what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
Love that sample.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the pain, I'll give you everything. I just wanna see what you wanna see.
Elevator music playing the original sample. No. Shot of the video so far. The fluidity of it, almost feeling like a one take right there in that moment, and then just hitting the frame so perfectly, and how she's blurred in the foreground and the detail is on Kendrick more to the back. Wow. That is a shot and a half. There's a lot of really dope cinematic, well thought out, well detailed shots. Again, I'm holding back. Very stoic Kendrick. The Black GNX.
It go in, out, door, slow. Baby, you a star, strike, goes. And I'm with you, everything goes. Come and put that on my soul. Bobby, clown, wrist, froze, check, down, on the way home. This world, concrete, flowers grow. Heartache, she only doing what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
This shot here.
Get it poppin' on the low.
The reflection of SZA. And obviously, shout out to Luther Vandross, right? And Cheryl Lynn. And even further back, shout out to Marvin Gaye before that, but they're paying homage to Luther, of course. But for me, SZA's look here in style feels like when that cover was released in the 80s, right? Very 80s Luther Vandross sort of look with the cigarette. She was smoking a cigarette before too. Yeah, I love that. I couldn't help myself.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody no sympathy. I'll take away the pain. I'll
That was something big.
give you everything. I just wanna see you win, wanna see you.
This world
I can't lie, I trust you, I love you. I won't waste your time, I turn it off just so I can turn you on. I'ma make you say it loud. I'm not even tripping, I won't stress you out. I might even settle down for you. I'ma show you I'm a pro. I'ma take my time and turn it off just so I can turn you on, baby. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
I know you're coming for it.
What a beautiful voice she has.
if this world were mine.
I love that.
If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds and the bees, and your love beside me. That would be all I need if this world were mine.
Look, if you're going to pay to get the sample cleared, you might as well feature the song. I mean, this is going to help that song in the charts. We're going to talk about the chart battle in a second, too.
I'd give you
This is going to up the streams of the original. I love the homage paid.
anything.
Hang on. That was a little dramatic to end it. That feels like, look how Kendrick's kind of shadowed there. You can only see her. That feels like a part 2 incoming. But hang on. Hang on. A film by Karina Evans. Yeah. 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 Hang on. We're going to check something. That's what I thought. I swear I've seen this name before. Karina Evans is a Canadian director and actress. She garnered recognition for directing the music videos for Drake's chart-topping single, God's Plan. Ooh, that's really interesting. Remember the Triple X Tentacion, all that video? We'll get back to that. There's so much we need to break down in this video. Nice for What and In My Feelings. So she's done a number of Drake songs. Really, really interesting just to have that little snippet at the end, to go get a Canadian director who's worked with Drake before, especially on Drake's God's Plan. And we all know the Silent Hill and that theory that I broke down. That feels like a little bit of a troll at the very end of this from Kendrick. And there's some other Easter eggs as well. I think you can connect to that battle with Nokia right now, and just a little bit underneath the surface yet again, like little nods for Drake. It almost feels like, okay, you want to go copy me, imitate me? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a director that you've worked with, but the difference is that I'm going to make a better artistic video. And I'm going to let that art and I'm going to let that cinematography speak for itself. It's almost like, here, hold my beer. This is how you do it. Let me show you now. That was cute, that little video that you made, that little run that you did. But now I'm going to show you how to truly do this lane. And then on top of that, for me, you talk about the charts right now. You talk about the battle that's happening on the charts between Luther and Nokia. I don't think it's a coincidence that Luther drops now when it does, as Nokia continues to build momentum. Nokia pushes for that number 1 spot. Luther was at number 1, and now what is this going to do for Luther? This is going to take Luther and vault it back up. I don't think there's a coincidence in that timing, in that release, on the heels of Nokia. There are definitely some layers of that. But anyways, let's get back to this video, because this is an incredible artistic piece. There's so many just still frames and moments you could take for a film class and just show them and go, look at the way that this is framed. Look at the way that this is thought about. The devil is in the details, and this is beautiful. Let's go back. Even that opening shot, right? And you see just the romance happening because you have that connection throughout GNX of the Spanish guitars that I talked about and the feeling that those Spanish guitars kind of give you, just that plucky playing of them, right? And that's sort of a consistent sonic theme that just gets introduced at different moments within GNX. But I love how you start with just blur in the distance and then you pull focus onto your foreground, onto your subjects. And you hear the elevator doors. And for me, the elevator, because they're going up on the elevator at one point and then she's going down. And there's different ways for that. But for me, I think those up and downs reflect the song. The up and downs of the elevator reflect the struggles of a relationship, right? The rises and the falls, and even sort of personal struggles, right? Because the song is essentially through the pain, through the downs, still having that connection, still having that love. There's a deeper love there. There's something true. There's something pure, but there's also an acknowledgement of the shadows, of the darkness to me. And that's sort of that Gemini, that duality spirit of the song. It's not just a typical sort of romantic R&B track. It pays homage to that, but there's more layering to that for me. And I think the elevator going up and down, sometimes they're together and sometimes they're not, can represent those different points in a relationship when they may feel more distant or feel closer. And I think too, obviously you think about Whitney, right? He never kisses her. He never gets too close, right? So he's still showing respect to Whitney, because I think that might be at the back of his mind too, with the whole, obviously the beef situation and Whitney and all that. And just showing respect to, you know, his girl. But I think that she's Gloria. I think she's Gloria. And there's a moment later on that I'm going to build on this theory. Let's run it. She's his pen. That shot right there when they show the wide, that looks like church pews. And notice here, the first time we see what Kendrick is wearing, he's wearing his LA Dodger blue, but he's also wearing his Canadian tux that he wore for the Grammys. And we talked about the Canadian tux and those just little subtle innuendo shots at Drake.
If this world were mine.
I love that silent reflection, just that meditative moment. For me, Kendrick just presents this stoic spirit. And this is what he's had in Squabble Up. This is what he had in Not Like Us. Like, he never gives you too much. He doesn't give you too little. He's always well grounded. And this is sort of the characterization that he continues to portray throughout these videos.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. Fire.
Before we get to this, because that's another big reveal for me. Circles.
Introduce them to that light.
Circle.
Hit them strictly with that fire.
Circle around him.
Fire.
Circle right there as well. The circles of the lights, the way that the doors open. You know, a lot of circles are portrayed throughout this. And I just wonder, even like the elevator, like that shot right there, that's a perfect example of just the use of these different circles. For me, circles, think about like yin and yang within a circle. That's sort of harmony. That's sort of unity. There's a lot of use of geometric circular shapes throughout this video. And for me, it just presents that sort of that harmony and that balance. Beautiful. And then obviously the black and white shots always get artistic. I love the film noir style. But we jump between black and white and we jump back to color, which is interesting. I wonder if that says something deeper.
He's in front of God. Introduce them to that light. Hit them strictly with that fire. Fire.
How those lights are just like blurred and they kind of like reflect with the bass right there. I love that.
Fire.
And he fires. We talk about the layering to that, to the fire. He's spitting fire, firing of the gun, hellfire as well, the religious references. But it's really interesting that GNX is covered up, because this reminds me, remember the video that he dropped when GNX dropped, right? And we got the just the verse that he ended up doing again at the Super Bowl that he added on to that we still haven't had a full release for, right? This feels like those same vibes. And to me, the reason that second GNX, remember, he showed twin GNXs, the Gemini, sign of the twins, duality. That one's covered up. I wonder if he's saying, I got another one. I got a deluxe edition, right? Deluxe album, GNX. And also, we haven't really seen a lot of reds. We've seen the LA Dodger blue, but I wonder if it's time for the reds to shine through. Because think about the pop-up concert. Think about bringing together the Bloods and the Crips, right? The blues and the reds. Really interesting. And he's firing it. Like maybe he's got more in stock there. I love how there's no dialogue either, right? Everything is just non-verbal communication. That's a hell of an outfit, by the way. Rocking the nice shoes, the dress shoes with the trucker hat. Works for the aesthetic though.
Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that.
That's LA, right? That's LA skyline.
Hit them strictly.
LA shots still. Still staying consistent with themes from Squabble Up and Not Like Us, LA.
It's a vibe.
The circles again, man. The circles throughout this video.
Let them watch. She a fan, he a flop. They just wanna.
Who is that? There's a shadow here. There's a shadow here. That's really interesting. Right there. Is that SZA? Who is that? Look to the left of the frame. That's SZA, right? Or is that Gloria?
He a flop. They just wanna kumbaya. Nah.
This world concrete flowers grow.
Who's in the back there? Is he in the back? The man who answers the door? Because it's like, that's like a hotel. She's kind of in a hotel because you've got room service right there and like the filter coffee and all that. One more shot I want to highlight. I'm doing a lot of pausing now, but it's all right because we already did the full ride through. This is what you guys are here for, is a breakdown. Look at the circles on the lighting. Circles there, lighting with the circles. Look at the circles portrayed throughout this. Again, it's like we're making a movie here, man. It's a beautiful ass video. And she's almost comforting him. It's almost like I'm thinking of like Kendrick with the Angels and Man at the Garden when he did the Super Bowl sort of breakdown of that, right? And they had the white representing the Angels.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the pain, I'll give you everything. I just wanna see you win.
There you could see more like the church pews in full. And they're separated to me because they're walking different timelines and different stories. And you know how elevator music plays? Well, in this case, they're using the actual sample of If This World Were Mine. Great way to pay homage again. And it could be the ups and downs of the journey too, right? Because, you know, if this world were mine, if I reach my goals and my success, I'm going to give you whatever you want. And so there's also that personal struggle and that personal journey too. The shadowing too. More nonverbal communication, but I feel like so much is still said just by looks, just by posture.
It go in, out, door, slow. Baby, you was stop, strike, goes. And I'm with you, everything goes.
Yeah, there she is with a cigarette. Kendrick was on the phone there. I wonder again if he's on the phone because there's always something else going on. And again, maybe he's talking to, not SZA, but obviously to her. SZA's witnessing this, but again, she's not a part of that story. What's in this room? Love the art to it. And then the music on the side.
On the way home, this world, concrete flowers grow.
All day, she only doing what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give this nobody.
Right here. This is my Gloria theory.
If it was up to me.
He's not interacting with her. What's he doing? What are these types of movements, right? He's rapping, right? It's almost like he's performing. He's practicing one of his raps right there, right? And this is like the most movement that we get from a stoic Kendrick in this video. And that to me is him and his come up story, right? And we talk about the personal journey and his journey with his pen, with Gloria, and how she's always there with him through the ups and the downs. And also, like, this feels like, again, a homage to the Not Like Us video, again, when we had the chicken shop. And I wonder if you can you see anything on the board? I can't see anything on the board, but it just feels like, yeah, this is Gloria behind him. He's practicing, he's rapping, and he does that MC posturing again a little bit later in the video.
This world
I can't lie, I trust you, I love you. I won't waste your time, I turn it off just so I can turn you on. I'ma make you say it loud.
Play and die there too. And here it is again. That's him performing, and she's not really, like, he's not performing to her, which suggests she's got his back. She's watching him, she's always there for him. That's Gloria.
Not even tripping, I won't stress you out. I might even settle down.
Play and die too, like his come up in the streets, play and die.
For you, I'ma show you I'm a pro. I'ma take my time and turn it off just so I can turn you on, baby. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. I know you're coming for.
She's almost angelic in the background there. A little misdirectional shot.
this world were mine.
Look at the TV. What's going on with the TV? He turned his TV off, right? Never any conversation, but the looks and just the moments are so powerful still. It doesn't take away from it at all. If anything, it contributes more to it because there's such a deep connection. They don't have to speak.
I give you the flowers.
A lot of homage paid to like slow dancing too, right? Like the candles. So it's just classic Luther Vandross vibes.
The birds and the bees and your love beside me. That would be all I need if this world were mine.
There was a cut there. I want to catch it.
That would be all.
There it was. I think I can keyframe this. There's your circle again.
Be all I need if this world were.
I'm just remembering the Super Bowl. Where did they perform together? Obviously, they started in the triangle. It was like the video game controller. But then they ended up in the circle, representing that unity. SZA was in that circle performing.
I give you.
And I just wonder, remember the X for Triple X Tentacion that he performed in? We talked about Silent Hill. Go watch that video of mine and that breakdown if you haven't. I just feel like there's just a subtle nod and a little bit of a layer and more credence to that theory yet again, getting the director from God's Plan, where God's Plan was trolling Triple X Tentacion, and then Kendrick referencing that using the Silent Hill connection. Obviously, fast forward to the Super Bowl performing on the X. I think there's layers there.
Anything.
Man, what a video. What a vibe. What a way to, like I said when I heard the original song, like for me, it's not just your like shallow song about a relationship that kind of just is written to be a radio hit. Like there's something deeper to it. There's that deeper, more mature connection and just that feeling to it and that soul to it. And I think this video reflected that really well. And this video was a cinematic masterpiece to me. Like, I love this. I love the art that has been created. And I'm going to enjoy just going back and watching this and seeing what else that I missed. But Kendrick Lamar and SZA, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end. Obviously enjoying the content. Do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really does go a long way. Also, don't forget to copy your merch. knoxhilldmv.com. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got everything that you need. If you want to rep the brand, if you want to support, it all goes a long way. It all helps. I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone. Stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these. Take care of these. I'll catch you again.
Sit down, sit down. I'm like, wow, how we do it like that? Like, wow, how we do it like that? Like, wow, how we do it like that? Like, wow, better sit your ass down.